Okay guys, we're going to head up into the radio room, radio shack, and we're going to work a little DX. So we're going to start from here, and we're going to show you our palm nursery. So this is where we grow all the palm trees from seed in that greenhouse right there. And this is our lower exotic garden. People want to buy palms, they come through those gates. And no shortage of palm trees here, right? We grow a lot of palm trees on this island, and especially on this property. So there's thousands of palm trees in there, propagate all from seed. It's an 8x12 glass greenhouse. And lots of really cool flora down here. This one's coming into bloom, this rhodo. Lots of palms just kind of growing through the native plants, and lots of rhodos down in here. Bamboos, more rhodos, more palms. And this is the palm nursery here, some of it. Those are the cold frames, non-heated. I put Lexan in for over those in the winter time. These just stay as is. And I have to give these guys a good water before I head back up to Alaska. So these are all locally grown palms here. Collect the seed here on our island. I harvest it right here on our island and propagate them in this greenhouse here. I'll show you how they work, how they grow. These are sable minor, native to the southwestern corner of Arkansas. These are called sable minor, a dwarf palmetto. So these are actually native to Arkansas, this particular one. And they extend westward into Oklahoma. And looks like I have to water in here today. So razorback, sable minor, very cold tolerant dwarf palmetto, beautiful palms. And when we grow the palms in our nursery, you know, you sow 1,000 palm seeds in a flat. I usually do a lot more. And then when they start to come up, they look like this. Those are palm seedlings. And then I transplant them into liner pots. But these are all sable minor, sable brazoria, different parts of the southeastern United States. Lots of them in here, no shortage of palm trees. All right, and then we come out into the nursery. These are the Chinese windmill palms that we grow here on our coast, Trachycarpus fortunei, by the thousands. So this is I'm on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific off the southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. And yes, palm trees do grow here. Banana Joe and Wendy's Exotic Gardens, organically grown palms. Salt Spring Island, Aloha, Canada's Hawaiian island. The reason it does say Canada's Hawaiian island is because some of our first settlers were Hawaiians. Back in the mid-1800s, around 1850 something, they came here, the Hawaiians, to Salt Spring Island. So a lot of the descendants live here today, right? So more palms here. And there's palms everywhere. More palms in here. Potted palms, fruit trees, plum trees, apple trees, and pear trees, eucalyptus, bay trees, bamboo jungle in there, 30-foot bay laurel, or laurel, cherry laurel. Those are bay trees over there. And then in here, there's monkey puzzle trees. Right, there's a bird's nest in that one. I think the babies might be gone already, but there's a monkey puzzle tree from Chile and Argentina. That's where they're native to. More palms, locally grown palms. That's where I do the potting in here, and more palms there. And everything's evergreen here too. These are coast redwoods, California coast redwoods, Aptos blue, Sequoia sempervirens, and that's the regular green form. I planted these as saplings decades ago. Very soft bark on these. Very, very beautiful trees. So let's take a little walk around here, and I'll show you what the front B&B driveway looks like. This is our lower accommodation. And lots of yuccas. Yuccas grow like frickin' weeds. Cryptomeria japonica. This one's coming into bloom. It's one of my seed-grown Trachycarpus palms. It's a male. It's got the flower spats popping out of it there. They get beautiful flowers on them. Bay trees. These things kind of just naturalize here. That's your cooking bay leaf laurel. More palms. Oh, that one's blooming. Finally, first year it's going to bloom. That's just seed I chucked there years ago. Look at that. You can see the flower spats just starting to show. I think it might be a female, which is good. The females get fruit on them, the seed. Rhododendron, British Columbia flag. Eucalyptus had big ones all over the place. Cut them down though, they were just getting too messy. There's a eucalyptus stump right here. This was a 60-footer, but it was just too dangerous hanging over the greenhouse. So I had to pay somebody big bucks to cut that one down about 4 years ago. Laurels in bloom. These are nice BLEs, palms. And the front of the place here. Yeah, winters just don't get cold enough here to bother things. We can get snow, but snow doesn't harm what we grow. It's extreme cold that bothers things. We don't get extreme cold here. These are Mexican orange in bloom. Choicia ternata. Got to get these buttercups out of here. Those are nasty little things. Nasty little things. Get those out of there. They spread all over the place. Anyway, Mexican orange is beautiful, native to southern Arizona and Mexico. Southern magnolia, there's our sign out there. Magnolia petal accommodation. Yeah, these are really fragrant orange blossoms. And just weeded it out here too. There's the blue one on the right, green one on the left. Coast redwoods. Olive tree, the deer have destroyed it. This stuff's all native to New Zealand. More eucalyptus, native Pacific madrona trees. Palms, Mediterranean fan palm. And then the front, here's another bigger palm here. That's been in the ground for 38 years, over 38 years. And you know the thing is, it self-seeds like weed, growing everywhere. Look at that, even in the tiki head. Babies, palms coming up everywhere. Naturalized, that's a female. Planted that was a little baby. That one I didn't grow from seed, but you can see there's palms all through here. Eucalyptus, snow gum. And then going in through the front gate here. So Wendy's, one of our accommodations here is Magnolia Petal accommodation. Then we have Arbutus Blossom. But the nice thing about it, it stays green year round. Here, it's always green. Always green. Even in the depths of winter. Our winters are wet, not white. We can get snow, but it never really lasts long, you know. A few days and it's usually gone here in this end of the island. These used to be eucalyptus trees I grew from seed, but they were getting so big. I had a arborist to cut these things down. They were 100 feet tall, 30 meters. They're insanely huge. Been messy trees, but beautiful trees. And so let's, there's one of the accommodations here. That's Magnolia Petal accommodation right there. And the people come out here, they park out there, and this is where they hang out. They got a nice sun deck down here, which some of you've probably seen before. Dogwoods blooming. So now you know where I broadcast from, here on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Look at the flower spats on that female palm tree. There's going to be a ton of seed on it. Tasmanian tree fern. This thing's a monster, man. Look at the trunk on that baby. Isn't that a beauty? Planted that over 31 years ago. Bird of Paradise got lots of flower spikes on it. And there's eucalyptus. There's more palms down in here. Southern magnolias. And these are native dogwood trees. And bamboo jungle. Okay, so let's go to the radio room. As I know some of you guys might be into gardening, or you want to know what goes on where I live in this part of the world. Heteromeles arbutifolia. That does get a little whacked in the wintertime when it gets cold. It's kind of on the edge, but I mean, it's been outside for decades. Grew it from seed. And then there's more tree ferns, more palms. Coming through the little jungle here. Very jungle-like. You can actually really create a mini jungle here on this island. There's some really cool gardens on this island. Unlike any other place in Canada, we can grow the stuff here, and the rest of Canada cannot do this because it's just too bloody cold in the wintertime. Pacific coast of Canada is really mild. Vancouver, there's lots of palm trees, palm-lined streets in the suburbs, anywhere near the ocean, right? More Mexican orange coming into bloom. Cactus and agave. There's our native cactus to our island. Agaves. Got a bunch of agaves growing in here. And yuccas, more palms. Wendy's got flowering plants everywhere. Camellias, bay trees, more bay trees, bamboo. I hear my radio going. I got the Bearcat 980 going, so let's go. Let's go check out. See the skip. There's the 3-element Yagi up here. 3-element Yagi is there. Can you see that? 26 foot to the boom. And the side of the radio room is there. You can see that in the jungle. So that's where I broadcast from. More palm trees here. There's palm trees all over this property. The forest is absolutely full of them. I just spread another 1,000 seed or so into the forest today. Okay. I hear somebody. Hawaiian flag. Gotta love the Hawaiians. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let me get my glasses on. Sorry for the long, boring video, folks, but now you know where I broadcast from. All right, this is the Radio Shack, and this is where I make the noise.
I guess I get it now. You're fucking stupid.
Okay, let's get that out of there. CQ, CQDX, CQDX. This is 9 Alpha Tango 791. 9 Alpha Tango 791. Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. So I have an IMAX 2000 hooked up to this stock unit in Bearcat 980, and I'm running the little 200 horsepower kicker here, RM203P. This used to be in Wendy's older vehicle, her CRV Honda, but she got a new RAV4 and she didn't want it in her Toyota, so this was my first radio I ever got in 1977 right there. I got this one in February 78. My first sideband radio, TRC 458, there's another 458. CQ, CQDX, CQDX, 791, 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
188.
See if we can get out. Try 39. CQ, CQDX, CQDX, 791, 791, Gulf